So we've just finished COP27 in Egypt, and the business community is digesting a lot of the information that was heard. We know that there's been a lot of discussion in particular about loss and damage, and the question really for the business community is how is that going to play out for them? How can they work with governments to address the need for private and public sector investment, both to mitigate as quickly as we possibly can, but also to drive investment into adaptation and build climate resilience that we really need in many, many countries around the world. The business community that we're working with is essentially chairs and non-executive directors on boards, and they recognise the important role that they have to bring. They have questions that they need to go back to their boards to ask to make sure that everything is being done in their influence really to drive climate action throughout the business. So we'll be working with the community, or the Climate Governance Initiative, the community around the world that is engaging with non-executives and chairs to drive this conversation in the boardroom, accelerate climate action as quickly as possible. One of the key takeaways that we've been hearing is that because governments are still slow to put forward commitments, still slow to invest, the business community needs to step up even further to drive action and to take a leadership role in driving the action we need on the ground. One of the things that we've been hearing from the business community is how to use a regulation and legislation to drive climate action. The Centre for Climate Engagement has been working on a project where we've been looking at over 20 areas of UK regulation to see how we can use existing regulation to drive climate action as we wait for new policy and frameworks to come along. The Law and Climate Atlas is a free-for-all public service offering online information about how we can really drive action using the regulation that we have today. We'll be working with the boards in our community, particularly those in the UK, through Chapter Zero, to really inform boardrooms into how we can use regulations that are there now, how they can engage with their general counsel, in-house lawyers and the private law firms that they're working for to use all areas of regulation, contract, planning, employment, etc. We need to be able to use all areas of the law to drive this climate agenda.